can say sticks, colorful sticks, which are applied for the decoration of the lips. They are called as the lip sticks. So, regarding the historical background of your lipsticks, so previously the Mesopotamian woman was discovered this kind of lipstick, or she tried to decorate her lips to improve the natural gloss of lips. So from that time, decoration of lips was started, and then after a particular period, the modern type of lipsticks were developed by the Abulcasis. He was the one inventor of your solid lipsticks. Then, in 60th century, actual development or the changes in the your lipstick were started. So the revolution of the lipsticks were started in 60th century. Initially, it was takes place in England. Then after that, in France, America, and then later on India. So nowadays, in all over country, all over world, lipsticks are famous one, and it is the basic part of the natural beautification articles. So lipstick is nowadays very much we can say popular one for the decoration of the lips. Now the what are the expectations or the ideal property should be there to the your lipsticks? Generally, every kind of consumer will expect regarding the primary, that is the color. So what should be the color of that lipstick? Whatever the color is there, so depending on their color, they will choose that lipstick. But that color should be, we can say, long lasting one. It should not interact with your lips. So that is the important criteria for the, your lipstick, and it should not stain to the, your lips. Whenever you want to remove it, so it should be easily removed. It should not stain to the, your lips, and it should not cause any kind of problems with the lips, or the it should not interact with the physiological functions of the skin. Then appearance. Whatever the lipstick is prepared, the color should have the attractive appearance. Then only your lipstick will be chosen, or the we can say purchased by the, your consumers. So appearance should be a attractive one. Then uniformity of the color. Whenever we are applying your lipstick, so it should uniformly decorate, or the color of that lipstick should be uniformly spread on the your lip surface. Then only it will be chosen by the consumer. So it is the expectation from the consumer that whenever you are moving your lipstick on the surface of the lip, so it should be easily spread, and uniformly it should color to your lips. So it is the requirement one. Then shelf life. So it is expectation of every consumer, as well as the expectation of the every manufacturer, that every product should have the good shelf life, or the longer shelf life of that product. So whether your product is as a lipstick or any kind of tablet capsule, so it should have the longer shelf life. Then only it will be economical to the your peoples. So this is the consumer expectations about their lipsticks. Then another point of view is the amount of pigmentation on the first wear. So whenever you are preparing your lipstick, or when you are using your lipstick, so whenever it is applying one, so at which range it is decorating your color lips, that is important one. Then it is depending on the pigments or the colors you have added into the your lipstick. Whenever you are applying initially, so after up to how many days it is giving the good or natural gloss of your lips. So this is depending on the pigments added into your lipstick. So it should be have the good pigmentation as well as the coloring ability. Then presence of any smudgy film. If you are applying the your lipstick, so it is near to your nose, so it should have the good you can say fragrance. So it will give the a good feeling to the apply your consumer. Then lasting power means once you have applied your lipstick, so up to how many hours it will be remain on your lips as it is. So it should not be drain out with your sweat. It should not be, you can say, how faint color when you are applied. So after some time it should not having the faint color or changes in their color. So intensity of that color should be remain as it is, which was applied at the time of then it should be remain as it is at the time of removal. So lasting power means the color frequency intensity should be same from initial to the final time. Then next one is the whether or not lipstick glides on the easily. When you are applying your lipstick on your lips, so it should easily glides on your lips. There should not be pressure required to color your lips. So this is the quality required from the your consumer. Then ingredients of your lipstick. Generally, colors are the main ingredients of your lipstick. Then, under the colors, generally we are using the staining dyes. There are bromo acids. Then oil soluble pigments are there, or insoluble pigments are there, or titanium dioxide is there. So these are the near about four ingredients are there. They are coming under the color quality or the color category. Generally, in the combination or single, also we can use in case of your lipstick. So staining dyes, example bromo acids, or oil soluble pigments are there, coloring pigments. Insoluble pigments are there, as well as the titanium dioxide is there. So we can say versatile color is used for all kind of material. So these are the any one coloring agent we can use. When you are using the titanium dioxide, generally it is helps in the obtaining the pink shades, and it gives the opacity to your lipstick, as well as the it is very high degree of brightness. So it is the having the advantages titanium dioxide. Now, base of the your lipstick. Now, after the color chosen, you have to choose the base in which you want to mix the color. So that base is nothing but the you can say waxes are there. So generally waxes we are using for the preparation of your lipsticks. In that waxes you have to mix your chosen color. Then what are that waxes? First is the solid waxes like beeswax, ozokirite wax, cornova wax, and candela wax. Most of waxes may you have seen in your practical laboratories. So any one wax we can choose, or the combination of that waxes we can choose. Most of time the melting temperature should be more than 60 degrees centigrade. That should be keep in your mind. It means when you are choosing any one wax or the combination of that wax, the melting point of that every wax should be more than the 60 degrees centigrade. Because when we are applying any kind of such kind of waxes or the lipstick, it is containing the waxes. So at the 37 degree centigrade of your body temperature, that lipstick should not be melted. It means at the 37 degree centigrade, that wax or that lipstick should not be melted. It should be remain as it is when we are applied. It means whatever the contents or the ingredients like base we are choosing for the preparation of lipstick, so it should have the more than 60 degrees centigrade body melting temperature. Then secondary ingredient is there in case of your bases, that is the softening agents. Softening agents such as modified linolens are there, or the cocoa butter is there. So along with your waxes, you have to add the softening agents to make this or to soften your lipstick or to give the softening texture to the your or smooth texture to your lipstick. So carnauba wax or the modified linolens are there, or the derivatives of linolens are there. So anyone we can choose for the addition into your base. So after that, we have to choose some components. They are liquid components. We have to add it into the base. Castor oil, mineral oils, butyl stearate, olyl alcohol, propylene glycol, isopropyl myristrate, or silicon fluids. So these are the seven ingredients are there. Generally, we have to add with your base. Castor oil we are adding generally to give the plasticity to the your lipstick. So whenever it is fall down or we are giving the pressure on your lipstick, so it should not be easily break down. So that's why we are adding the castor oil into your lipstick to impart the plasticity to your lipstick. Then mineral oil we can add instead of the castor oil also. So mineral oil in combination with the castor oil also can be used to improve the natural gloss of your upper surface of the lipstick. When your lipstick will be prepared, so it will have the shiny look if you are using the natural mineral oil. Then butyl stearate, allyl alcohol, propyl glycol can be added to improve the natural gloss of your lipstick and to impart the natural shining to your lipstick. Then isopropyl myristate is also added to increase the lip gloss. Then silicone fluids are there, particularly dimethyl silicone is there. It include perfumes, preservatives, antioxidants, and UV filters. So these perfumes are giving the one particular smell to your lipstick when you are applying it. That is essential oil is there. Then preservatives we are adding as a paraben family preservatives like we can say to preserve or to avoid the microbial growth. Then methyl paraben, propyl paraben are the examples of this preservative. Antioxidants are there like BHA, BST, propyl gallate. So these are added as an antioxidant to avoid the oxidation of your lipstick. Then UV filters are there. UV filters means those agents which can avoid the ultraviolet light or they will avoid the degradation of your lipstick from the ultraviolet light. Now the manufacturing of your lipstick. Generally, in the manufacturing of the lipstick, first of all we have to mix we have to grind your colors because most of time dyes are available or the crystal types of coloring agents are available. So we have to ground it or we have to make it fine one. Fine powder is there, we have to make it. Then after that, whatever the base is there, we have to take that base because most of time that base is the you can say waxy one and other liquid ingredients we have to mix with that base and we have to add the coloring agent. Then after that we have to mix that base coloring agent and other liquid ingredients. So homogeneous mass we have to form. Sometimes we can heat it to melt and to mix uniformly all the ingredients. So most of the time it is preferred to mix and to melt all the your ingredients. Then after that we have to pour this total mixture into the molds like your suppositories. Some molds are available. So in that mold we have to pour the your material which is melted one. And then after that we have to keep it aside for the solidification. So after some time, when it is cool, it will get solidified and easily or very carefully we have to remove the your lipstick. When you are removing your lipsticks, we have to give the particular shape to the tips of your lipstick. As I have shown in this your presentation itself, at the tip we have to make the some we can say changes in the shape. So at the tip we have to taper it so it will be easily spread on your lips or it will be easy to apply that lipstick on your lips. So for that purpose, we can keep your lipstick in front of the in lens. So it will taper the tip of that lipstick. So it is called as a flaming. Then after that, we can go for the packaging of that lipstick into the suitable container. So that containers are available one. So they are having the ability or the facility when you are rotating that container, it will remove the your lipstick outside. And when we are finishing the use of that lipstick, again we have to rotate it anti-clockwise direction. Then it will take inside the your lipstick. So this is the we can say manufacturing of your lipstick. Generally, types of lipsticks are there. Pearson pigment lipstick is there. Generally, such kind of Pearson lipstick it possesses the optical effects. It means it is having a very shiny look when we are applying it. So it is having the transparent type of look. Generally, we are using the titanium dioxide as a coloring agent in case of the preparation of such kind of Pearson lipstick, as well as Most of time we are adding the vitamin E along with this lipstick and castor oil for the keeping the moisture of your lips as well as give the emollient effect on your lips. So this is called as the Pearson lipstick. It is having the such kind of requirement, that is orthoceret wax is there, can, candelilla wax is there, yellow carnauba wax we can use, beeswax is there. So these are the ingredients we can use for the preparation of your Pearson type of lipstick. Then lipstick for the hot countries. So these lipsticks are specially meant for those countries where the high temperature is always there, like South Africa is there or our Rajasthan part is there. So generally, in this case, whatever the waxes we are using, they are having the more than 60 degrees centigrade melting temperature. So that's why these types of waxes are suitable in such kind of countries where the always high temperature is there. Generally, in this lipsticks, we are using the extracts of the, we can say, herbs, and they are having the ability to hydrate your lips and protect your lips to the several hours. Generally, we can use the symptom officinale and Symbicus nigra seed, then Plantago ova seed. So these are the herbal coloring agents are there for the coloring your lipsticks. So generally, in the case of such kind of lipsticks for the hot countries, we are using these three types of herbal colors for the decoration of your lips. These are the base ingredients: bozacurate, then hydrogenated castor oil, hydrogenated coconut oil, cetyl racinoate, glyceryl aminate. So these are the ingredients generally we are using for the preparation of your uh, uh, lipstick for the hot countries. These are the pigments generally we are using for all kind of uh, lipsticks. Mica is there, iron oxide is there, titanium dioxide is there, bismuth oxychloride is there, red six lake is there. So these are the different types of coloring dyes are there along with their code. These are the branded lipsticks are there. NYX. Now high gloss lipsticks are there. Generally, these high gloss lipsticks will provide the uh, glossy luster lips, and uh, they are having the liquid or the solid type of coloring agents. Also, they are having the translucent activity or the translucent property where we are applying it onto the lips, and they are having the various kind of shades, and they are having the opacity in their look when we are applying it. These are the ingredients of such kind of lipsticks for the formation of high gloss lipsticks. Linolene oil is there, C10, C30 esters colors are there, paraffin wax is there, glycol ester is there, perfume is there, titanium dioxide we can use, barium flakes are there. So these are the different kind of ingredients we can use for the preparation of your lipstick. These are the different kind of pigments generally used into the high gloss type of lipstick. These are the lipsticks generally are called as the high brand lipsticks. Then transparent lipsticks are there. Generally, sometimes some people don't like to use the colors. Only they want to use the lipstick having any kind of you can say skin color, or they don't want to have any kind of color. So colorless lipsticks are also available. So they are called as the transparent types of lipstick. When they are applied, your you can say skin can be easily seen. The generally we are using the soluble or solubilized dyes for preparation of such kind of lipsticks. Polamide resin, or the propylene glycol, castor oil, eosin. So this kind of ingredient generally we are using for the preparation of such kind of transparent lipsticks. Then liquid lipsticks are also there for the decoration of your lips. Generally they are having the, you can say, melted type of waxes which are having the liquid state at the every temperature. Generally, this kind of lipsticks provide the more permanent films on your lips, so they are taking a long time. Whenever you want to use the lipstick for the longer period purpose, so such kind of liquid lipstick should be preferred. These are the Chamber is the one brand having the liquid type of lipstick, so they are applied as your nail polish. Now the evaluation of your lipsticks. When you are preparing your lipsticks, so they should be evaluated for the various kind of properties. So the first property is the color control. Now what is mean by color control? If you have prepared any kind of lipsticks, so it should have the you can say your desired type of color combination or the color shade. So that color shade, whatever you have decided, so it should obtain the such kind of color shade. Generally, color shades are compared with the standard colors. Generally, one sheet is available having the different types of colors which are you can say applied or produced by the different combination of the coloring agents. So that color codes are available on the page, and then whatever the lipstick you have prepared, so just match the your lipstick's color present on the, your paper, and then you can decide the what is the shade of your lipstick is obtained. So that's by this way we can check the color control or the color shade of your lipsticks. Then determination of the melting point. At which temperature your lipstick is getting melt, that we have to check. That is called as the determination of the melting point. So we can use the modern instrument also for determination of the melting point, or simply by capillary method we can determine your melting point of the lipstick. Simply you take the capillary tube, inside that you fill up the some amount of lipstick, and then keep it into the hot oil and check the at which temperature it is getting melted. Then record the temperature of your oil, at which temperature your wax or the lipstick is getting melted, and then you can record the melting point of your lipstick. Then softening point, same by same way we can carry out the softening point. So at which temperature your lipstick is getting started to melt, that is called as the softening point. So that softening point also we can find out by the same way. Then microbiological testing. Generally in lipstick microbes may develop, so to check the microbiological test or the presence of microbes, we can carry out the your microbiological assay, or the we can use the any kind of direct inoculation or the inoculation type of method. Generally, we can use the any kind of suitable growing media, and in that media, you can add the some amount of lipstick to check the presence of microbes. If the microbes are present, then your test tube will have the you can say growth of microorganisms. So that test we have seen in many chapters regarding the to carry out the presence of microbial test or the your sterility test. So by this way we can check the presence of microorganisms. Then rancidity can be checked by using your chemical method, whether your prepared waxes are getting rancid or not. Then rupture test is there and breaking load test is there. In the both tests, we have to apply the weight on your lipstick, and at which weight your lipstick is getting breakdown, that is called as the breaking test or the rupture test. Generally, in this case, you have to keep your lipstick horizontal direction, and on your lipstick, we have to increase the weight. We have to keep the weights. And for example, suppose we have added 1 gram weight on the surface of your lipstick. Again, add again 1 gram. So like that way, at which gram or at which weight your lipstick is getting breakdown. For example, suppose you added the 50 gram and you have found that there is no breakage of the lipstick is found. Again, you suppose you have added the 20 gram extra, then 70 gram is there, and suppose your lipstick is getting breakdown, then it is called as the breaking load of your lipstick. Means after how much adding of the weight your lipstick is getting breakdown or it is getting rupture, it is called as the, you can say, breaking test of your lipstick. Then liquids in the your lips. When you are preparing your lipstick in by using the molds, generally because of that mold, some defects may appear into your lipstick, or because of their problem in the ingredients also, some defects may appear into the lipsticks. So what are the defects? First defect is regarding the formulation related problem. When we are preparing the formula, then suppose we have not taken any kind of ingredients, or suppose we have not taken proper quantity of that ingredient, then also some problems or the defects may appear into your final lipstick. So first problem is the sweating problem. When we are preparing your lipstick, then after the removal of that lipstick from the your mold, you will find that on the surface of that lipstick there are some drops of the oil. It is called as the sweating problem. It is caused due to the high oil content into your formula. Suppose you have used the more oil in your formula, then when you are preparing the lipstick, after the formulation of that lipstick, when you are removing it from your mold, then you will find that the excess amount of oil is deposited on the surface of your lipstick. So this kind of problem or this kind of defect is called as the sweating problem. Then bleeding problem or the bleeding effect. So bleeding is not occur as like as your natural one. It is just name is given bleeding. It means coloring agent you are adding into your lipstick. So bleeding problem is occurs. So bleeding means what? Separation of colored liquids from the waxy base. When you are mixing your wax along with your coloring agent, but when we are adding all the melted ingredients into your mold. So while solidification of that lipstick, generally coloring agents will not mix with your base, and it will remain separated from the base. So your base will become faint and remaining part will become highly colored one. So there is called as the, we can say, improper distribution of coloring agent into the whole or the overall base. So that is called as the uneven coloring of your lipstick. So this kind of problem is called as the bleeding problem. Then next problem is called as the blooming problem. Generally, blooming is occurred due to the higher percentage of cetyl alcohol. When we are adding the extra or the excess quantity of cetyl alcohol, generally it will show the dull color or the dull surface of your lipstick. So it is called as the blooming one. Then streaking problem. Generally, when we are adding the extra coloring agent, that is titanium dioxide, so it is causing the streaking problem to your lipstick. Streaking means there is the, you can say, a removal of the some part of the wax from the surface of your lipstick. That is called as streaking problem. See, this is the sweetening problem. Here we will show the, or we will find the some droplets of the oil on the surface of your lipstick. That is called as the sweetening. Then streaking is there. That is uneven. We can say, or the scratches like appear on the surface of the lipsticks. Then bleeding is there. That is uneven distribution of your color. Somewhere you will find the patches of that white type of wax. That color is not distributed over all your lipstick. Then mold related problems are there. If your mold is not proper or it is having the problem, then also you will get the problem into the lipstick formation. Then first problem is the laddering problem. Laddering problem is what? Your lipstick does not have the look smooth or the homogeneous. It means when you are removing your lipstick out of your mold, then you will find that your lipstick is not having the shiny look. Some part is stick to your mold. It means uneven surface is there to your lipstick. Then deformation problem is there. It means changes in the original shape of your lipstick. That is called as the deformation, or the conversion of original shape to the another shape. That is called as the molding or the deformation. Generally, when you are keeping your mold for the uh, hardening of your lipsticks, but we have not given the proper time for the solidification of your lipstick. And before the solidification, suppose you are removing your lipstick from out of your mold, then it is not properly hardened. So it is always, or it will be in the soft stage, so that melted wax will change their shape of the your lipstick. So it is because of the improper hardening of your lipsticks, or you have not given the proper time to the hardening or the soft solidification of your lipstick. Then cratering problem is there. It shows the flaming when stick develop the dimples. It means when you are removing your lipstick out of your mold, then it will show the such kind of you can say cratering problem. So this cratering problem is occurs inside your mold itself. So at the minute sides there is a air will be entrapped, and it will cause the, we can say, ununiform development of your lipsticks. See, this is the cratering problems, and these spots are available. It means that on the surface of the lipstick, you will find that cavities like is there. So it is not totally fulfilled by your base because of the entrapment of the air. Then mushy failure is there. It is caused due to the granularity of the carnauba wax. Mushy failure means what? There is no, you can say, continuous base in there. There is the distribution, uneven distribution will be there, or some part will be discontinued. Such kind of, we can say, shape will be there for their lipstick, that is called as the mushy failure. Then some hidden problems are there along with your ingredients. Some ingredients of the your lipsticks may cause the, you can say, damage to your lips, or they may not properly spread, and sometimes some coloring agents may permanently stain to the your lips. So that is the, you can say, hidden problems are there to the your lipstick. So for that purpose, we have to use the quality material for the preparation of your